My name is Carlos Morel. I come from the Dominican Republic. I studied law in my country, but right now I am studying in the UK doing a PhD in development studies. I came to the UK because I wanted to do my postgraduate studies outside of the Dominican Republic. My first option was the US, but I found it to be too expensive and I was not convinced by the academic traditions in the US. And I really was interested by the UK, and I think there's a good academic foundation and reputation in the UK. I feel good in the UK. I feel especially good in Manchester. It's been a really welcoming city. I like the city a lot. It's welcoming to foreigners and not a really hard city to live in. Though in the last couple of months, I felt a bit different because the government has sort of started a discourse against immigration and has been a bit tough, or plans to be a bit tough on international students, talking about charging for use of the NHS, or making renting houses a bit harder, which I find a bit unfair because international students contribute a lot to the UK, both culturally and economically, and even academically, because a lot of the academics here are foreigners that eventually come as international students and then join the academic force. In terms of what it means to be a Latin American, it's a very hard thing to do. I think the language is really important, even though Brazil and some countries don't speak Spanish, but still it's a great deal of what makes us sort of the same people. Even if I don't have a definition of what is to be Latin America, I think it's a very important that Latin America starts a discourse of union, because there's a lot to be gained of interactions and dealings amongst Latin Americans.